Have you ever been disrespected and wondered how best to respond? It's a common human experience, isn't it? We've all been there. A cutting remark, a dismissive gesture, a blatant disregard for our worth or our feelings. This is the challenge of disrespect. Navigating these murky waters can be a test of character. It's all too easy to let the sting of disrespect cloud our judgment, to let it stir up a storm of negative emotions within us, or worse, provoke us into reacting impulsively. But what if there was a better way to respond? A way that doesn't leave us stewing in resentment or regret? What if we could handle disrespect with grace, wisdom, and perhaps even a touch of humor? How we respond to disrespect can say a lot about our character. But what's the best way to handle it? Stay tuned as we delve into the Stoic's guide to handling disrespect. Let me share a story about a famous Stoic philosopher, Epictetus. Born into the harsh life of slavery, Epictetus was no stranger to disrespect. Yet he rose above it, not just in status, but in the realm of thought and philosophy. His life was the embodiment of Stoic principles, a testament to the power of mind over matter. Picture, if you will, a scene from ancient Rome. Epictetus, then still a slave, is serving at a lavish banquet. His master, drunk and boisterous, orders Epictetus to pour him more wine. As he complies, his master, in a fit of rage, slaps the cup from Epictetus's hand, splashing wine all over his tunic. The room falls silent, all eyes on Epictetus, awaiting his reaction. A lesser man may have reacted with anger or humiliation, but not Epictetus. He simply bends down, picks up the cup, and calmly refills his master's goblet. His face remains serene, his dignity unscathed. This is not a display of submission, but of true power. Epictetus understood that his master's actions were not a reflection of his worth, but of his master's lack of self-control. He chose not to let this external event disturb his internal peace. It was this very incident that sparked his journey into Stoicism. He realized that we cannot control the actions of others, only our response to them. This is a fundamental tenet of Stoic philosophy, the separation of what is within our control and what isn't. Epictetus eventually gained his freedom and went on to become a respected philosopher. His teachings continue to inspire millions around the world. He transformed his experiences of disrespect and hardship into lessons of resilience and wisdom. Epictetus didn't let disrespect disturb his peace. Instead, he used it as an opportunity to practice his Stoic principles. Stoicism, as demonstrated by Epictetus, is a philosophy of personal ethics. At the heart of Stoicism is a simple yet powerful concept. There are things in life we can control and things we cannot. Stoics believe that our attention, our energy should be directed towards the things we can control. Our actions, our responses, our thoughts, the things we cannot control, the actions of others, the passing of time, the weather, these are to be accepted as they are. This philosophy was born in ancient Greece and was practiced by great thinkers and leaders alike, from Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, to Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or ignoring pain. Rather, it's about understanding our emotions, acknowledging them, and then deciding whether they serve us or not. Now imagine the serenity of a still lake, undisturbed by the wind. Stoics strive for this level of peace within their minds. They aim to maintain a calm and balanced mental state, regardless of the storms that may be raging around them. This inner tranquility is not achieved by chance, but through conscious practice and self-discipline. Stoicism also encourages us to live in accordance with nature and reason. To live a good life, Stoics believe, we must align ourselves with the natural order of the world and act in accordance with reason and virtue. This does not mean that we should shun all material possessions or avoid all pleasures. It means we should be deliberate in our actions, mindful of our choices, and considerate in our relationships. Stoicism is not a quick fix or a magic pill. It's a lifelong journey of self-improvement and self-discovery. It's a commitment to living a life of virtue, a life guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Stoicism teaches us to respond to disrespect, not with anger or hurt, but with understanding and tranquility. Just as a rock remains unmoved by the waves that crash upon it, a true Stoic remains unshaken by the disrespect or rudeness of others. So, how does a Stoic handle disrespect? Let's delve deeper. In the face of disrespect, a Stoic remains unperturbed. They understand that insults, slights, or any form of disrespect are not personal attacks, but rather reflections of the person issuing them. This understanding is rooted in the Stoic belief that the opinions and actions of others are outside our control and thus not worth distressing over. Imagine a mirror. When someone throws dirt at a mirror, the dirt does not stick to the mirror but falls to the ground. Similarly, when a person disrespects a Stoic, the disrespect does not stick to the Stoic but falls back onto the person who disrespected. It's like a boomerang effect. The Stoic, like a mirror, remains clean and unaffected. Stoics maintain their peace and composure even in the face of blatant disrespect. They do not allow the negative behavior of others to disrupt their inner tranquility. Instead, they focus on their own values and actions, which are within their control. They believe in responding to negativity with positivity, to hate with love, and to disrespect with respect. Consider a Stoic as a tree standing tall amidst a storm. The tree does not lash out at the storm, nor does it crumble under its force. Instead, it stands firm, rooted in its place, weathering the storm with grace and resilience. Similarly, a Stoic does not retaliate when disrespected, nor do they allow themselves to be swayed by it. They remain firm, grounded in their principles, weathering the storm of disrespect with grace and resilience. Stoics understand that every situation, including instances of disrespect, is an opportunity for growth and learning. They use such situations to strengthen their character and cultivate virtues like patience, understanding, and compassion. They see disrespect not as a threat, but as a chance to practice and demonstrate their Stoic principles. So, when confronted with disrespect, a Stoic does not react impulsively or defensively. Instead, they pause, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with their values and principles. They respond not with anger or bitterness, but with understanding and compassion. They respond not with retaliation, but with grace and dignity. Stoicism teaches us to respond to disrespect with grace, wisdom, and a calm mind. Scene script. Are you ready to apply these Stoic principles in your own life? Let's delve into some practical ways you can incorporate Stoicism into your daily routine, especially when facing disrespect. First and foremost, remind yourself of the Stoic principle that we cannot control others' actions, only our reactions. When someone disrespects you, remember it's their problem, not yours. They're revealing their own character, not tarnishing yours. Next, practice the art of indifference. This doesn't mean you should be cold or emotionless. Instead, it's about understanding that the disrespectful actions of others are inconsequential to your worth and happiness. When disrespect comes your way, picture it as a wave crashing against a cliff. You are the cliff, unmoved and unscathed. Then there's the power of perspective. Consider the insignificance of the disrespectful act in the grand scheme of life. Will it matter in a week, a month, or a year? Most likely it won't. This broad perspective can help minimize the impact of the disrespect and prevent it from consuming your thoughts. Another useful tool is to respond, not react. This might seem like a play on words, but there's a world of difference. Reacting is instinctual, immediate, and often driven by emotion. Responding, on the other hand, is thoughtful, measured, and driven by reason. So, when disrespect is hurled your way, take a moment, breathe, and then choose your response wisely. And finally, practice, practice, practice. Stoicism, like any other philosophy or skill, gets better with practice. Start small, perhaps with daily reminders or affirmations. Over time, these principles will become second nature, allowing you to handle disrespect with more grace and wisdom than you ever thought possible. Remember, it's not the disrespect that harms us, but our reaction to it. Practice Stoicism, and you'll find yourself handling disrespect with grace and wisdom. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of life. It's a timeless guide that equips us to handle disrespect with grace and wisdom. We've journeyed through the challenge of disrespect, explored a Stoic master's response, delved into the core tenets of Stoic philosophy, and examined the Stoic response to disrespect. Finally, we've seen how to apply Stoicism in our lives. This wisdom, born centuries ago, is still relevant today. It encourages us to detach from external events, to focus on our internal response, and to strive for tranquility regardless of circumstances. It empowers us to deflect disrespect without losing our poise and to maintain our dignity even in the face of provocation. We invite you to embrace Stoicism, to allow its principles to guide you through life's trials and tribulations. Remember, the power to handle disrespect with grace and wisdom lies within you. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, remember, the power to handle disrespect with grace and wisdom lies within you.